Hey, it's Niamh of the Stay-at-Home Family, and this week we are talking about freedom. And today we're going to talk about the most precious commodity in the world. This is the commodity that the rich people value the most and the poor people waste and disregard the most. Have you figured it out? Are you thinking about the weird lighting on my face because the sun is coming in this way and I'm breaking all the lighting rules of video? No, well, the answer to the riddle is time. Time is the most precious commodity because we cannot create more time. So what happens is actually a lot of people when you're broke, and this was totally me as well, we waste our time. So I used to go out to work, and by the time I came back, I was so tired. I felt like I was absolutely good for nothing. I was worried, I was nervous, I was anxious about life, about the fact that I was drowning in debt, about the fact that I had less money than my actual budget every single month. I was like, well, oh, that's my child crying. Don't worry, he's got his dad. And I would worry all the time. So in order to drown out those worries and those thoughts, I would flick on the TV. Or I would go to bed and sleep for 10 hours at night because it was just a numbing process, a process of not dealing with how I was feeling. And what it meant was I would be bored. Like if I found myself suddenly with extra time, I'd be like, well, what do I do? I don't know. But what's really interesting is as I got onto a process of self-discovery, of creating an income, of creating a home-based income, I actually discovered that time was way more valuable. Because as I started to want to work on a business, I was like, okay, I've got to create time. And I had all this extra time that I was spending watching TV and frittering away. And I was like, okay, well, I can, use some of this extra time. But then once I started to do that, then I wanted to be more deliberate about reading. I wanted to be sewing. I wanted to be doing all these things that I'm really interested in. I wanted to be going out for walks. I wanted to be spending quality time there with my children. And the more of the things that I realized that I really want, the more I realized that, wow, I only have 24 hours in a day, And so what I did is as my money was going up, I was still only working about 3 hours a day, which is less than I've ever worked in a job. But it still has felt like time is like the most precious commodity in our house. So we schedule everything. My work is scheduled so that's going to be the most efficient, so that I can turn off my computer when I'm done and I'm not thinking, oh gosh, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. Because when you're working online, you could just be online doing stuff all day. So I've gotten very deliberate about my time. And this is the best way to start in looking at time freedom, in looking at how you're spending your time, is start to look at how much extra time you have. Because you probably have an abundance of it somewhere. And you're probably thinking, oh, those rich people sit around and do nothing all day. But a lot of the rich people are completely in time debt. Like a lot of the rich people have to spend 8 to 10 hours every single day in order to keep up their wealth. So what really we're looking for is we're not looking for being rich, we're looking for being free. And in being free, that also means being free with our time, which means we have to be deliberate with our time. So what I do is I schedule everything that I do on this computer. And I have a million ideas, I have a million projects, and do you know what? If it's not on my schedule, I know I've put it on my schedule tomorrow. And I can close the computer and then I can go be deliberate at spending time with my children. You heard my son crying there at the beginning of this video. And you know what? I don't worry about it because I know right now it's his daddy time. Daddy can take care of it. He can even stand at the bottom of the stairs and shout, "Mommy," and I'll still ignore it because I'm in my business time. And I know that he's well looked after and well loved. And then when I'm down there with him, it's completely his time. And when I'm going out for a walk, it's completely my time. And what happens then is that as you segregate your pieces of time, you suddenly realize how much you can enjoy the things you do more fully. And yeah, I do still watch the occasional TV. I watch Justified. I watch a couple of shows. But usually I go several weeks without watching them and then just catch up on them when I go, you know what, I'd love to just watch TV today. And then I'm doing it as a source of just relaxing and watching TV, not drowning out thoughts in my head. A lot of these things disappear as you become more deliberate and as you choose what it is you want to do. So the first thing you want to do is start looking at how do you spend your time, and realize that if you have extra time, that's time that you can be deliberate in creating more freedoms, in creating freedom of finances, financial freedom, in creating freedom from the worries that you have. You know, a lot of things that I start to read books on clearing anxiety, on getting past these things, and it's really helped me. And I realized that in a time freedom video, I should have kept it short, and it's like 5.5 minutes now. So I appreciate you. This week, actually tonight, we're going to be talking more about this topic on Rebel TV. We're talking with a mother, Holly, who has 5 children. She has 5 children. She's a pastor. She actually is dealing with quite a serious medical condition. And so she is someone who has to be very deliberate with her time so she can be on purpose in life and still be free. Nobody wants to create that thing where they have a lot of money and they're trapped in kind of constantly having to do stuff for other people. So we're going to talk with her about how she's deliberate with her time to be a good mom, a good pastor, a good entrepreneur, and also get what she needs to get better, to heal as she's going through the medical process that she's going through. You'll also get to see a little bit more from us about what it is that how we schedule our life, and a couple tips on how you can, with a small amount of time, create maximum impact in changing your life. Because time is something that you can, it's a precious commodity, but you can bend it to your will if you're very deliberate about it. So make sure you join us at 3 p.m. Eastern today for Rebel TV. The link will be below this video. And if you're ready to get deliberate with your time and create freedom with your time, then there's a link to learn more about our team, about what it is that we do and how we create freedom below this video as well. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me. Go figure out what it is you're spending time on today, and realize that when you have an abundance, you can be very deliberate and choose the things that you actually want in life. Wow, this is a long video. Okay, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you on Rebel TV, and see you on the next page.